I think the end goal from here and maybe a few years from now is that once we get really well established, we want to open source a lot of the things that we build. Because I think just as different government agencies have similar problems, I think different governments across the world have similar problems as well. And if we solve these problems in Singapore and we do a good job here, then actually we should share what we build with other governments. Because you can imagine that if you're a government in, let's say, a country which doesn't have as big a tech team or a stronger tech emphasis, and your particular government doesn't have the resources to give you a big engineering team, you can take some of our open source projects and just like when I was just getting started, followed open source instructions and got some first approximation stuff set up. These people too could help their governments run better with a good parking system or a good digital form system, because there's no reason why governments nowadays shouldn't have decent websites and good digital forms. You just need to follow your open source instructions. Yeah, so that's the long-term goal, that you build this baseline of tools where governments, not just our government, but governments all around the world can use each other's tools to run better societies. It's one of these things where I think now we're realizing, especially during this COVID period, how important having a well-functioning government is. There's a lot of things when there's no crisis and stuff, government can be a bit inefficient, can be a bit slow, and it's not too bad. The country still goes along, the private sector carries a lot of it. But when there is a crisis, you need your government to run. You need to be able to communicate information. You need to be able to get information from people. You need to be able to share data. You need to be able to coordinate. A lot of governments just don't have that, and we need to get that ready.